Okay, then welcome to this teeny tiny micro talk of mine, a case study. How would you, as a UX designer, improve existing game UI? My name is Katharina Kasprzak. I'm a German alumni in media and game design and specialized in UI and UX design. So let's get this started. Right into the content, what we have here, the introduction of myself, so we can check that up. The introduction of the two games, the two examples I choose. Then we will look up at the differences and similarities of those two examples, here Valorant and Overwatch 2. Then I will show you what I would have done as a UX designer, and then I will do the Uno reverse card on you and ask you the same question. So just right into it, a short introduction of those two examples. Overwatch is what I would have called an action-based ego shooter. So it's very, very focused on the actually on the action in these matches, the interaction between the people, and the confrontation of those heroes. In Overwatch 2 and in Valorant, we have a hero or an agent skill system. So we can actually use skills, different skills for each agent or hero. And each hero and agent has its own purposes. So we have supporters, we have tanks, we have DPS, we have map controllers that charge in, that irritated the enemy and everything. Valorant is more on the tactical ego shooter side, so you need to know much more about the weapons, the agents you choose, and the map. How does the map look like, where you can hide, and everything. Also different, in Valorant, you have the goal of plant or defuse or defend the spike. In Overwatch 2, it really depends on the map you are currently playing on. You have capture maps, which you need to capture and to defend, and you have capture maps, and then you have to follow a vehicle across the map to a different goal and area. And a lot more I cannot go into much detail here. So let's just summarize our pictures of those two games up. So here we have Overwatch 2, the first example I did choose. We in the loading screen, we see a light blue and sky and very light patterned colors. It's more themed in direction of Olymp and player Olymp, and the player likely wants to reach those Olymp. And we have nice shoes and highlight colors like orange and golden. In this menu, you also see, I'm sorry, this it's all in German. I'm sorry for it, but you see, we have some doubled menu points here. We have the shop and the battle pass. Both are payable options. We also have some challenges again. So in German, we call that Herausforderungen. This is challenges. We have that at the headspace again as an icon. And in the option menu on, you can reach that on the bottom and the foot area on the far right via the escape button, or if you click on that little visual button there, you can reach that. And there you also have challenges. So we have some implementation doubled here. That's what I want to say. But that's not all that bad. Even if we don't see that right now, we have the head-over display in the actual matches, which are a classical white crosshair, but with variation. with each hero. We can also variate that ourselves as a player. We can put in speech to text, so we can see and hear the Reinhardt charging in our lines, or hear the the enemy Widowmaker's ult activating. So we can hide from the open spaces. But also the player can variate the hero skins, the animation, the crosshair, the outline colors, and everything for better recognition of the enemies, maybe. So, same, we have here just the main menu. We will just look at the main menu. We don't have much time. I need to break that down for you. We have here in Valorant, we have here in the main menu a dark matte green and blue colors. It's more themed in steampunk design. I pretty much like that design. It looks like a bit like Arcane and Brick Waters. We also have in the HUD in the matches the classical white crosshair, which we also can change as player. We also can change the animation, voice lines, the sprays, the weapon skins, and the animations of those weapon skins. Same as with Overwatch 2, we have here doubled payable options in the main menu. Okay. Here you can see all as in short what I just said. So we jump right to the next page. So what would I have done with those experience and everything? I just also did surveys on those two games and the experience players had with this. And I came to realize that Valorant has a much higher entry level the player needs to fully enjoy a match in Valorant. So you need to know more about the maps, the mechanics, and everything, and the skills, and how to go into actual combat in Valorant. But Valorant has the training ground implemented, so this is nice. You can train there with with the agent skills, with the map surroundings. You can train the situations. You can train planting the spike with with difficulty level and everything. But overall, Valorant is much more focused on core mechanics and overall controls of your skills, of your own skills as player, and the overall controls of the weapons. In Overwatch 2, we have seen a lot of struggles with the UI design. We can pinpoint it very much down, but we have here other target group that were used. Overwatch 2 seems to focus more on new player and experienced player. We have the implementation of the AI controlled matches in the training ground area in Overwatch 2. So I think that's a good transition from quick play to co-op, where you can climb your player Olymp. So what would I do with all these findings and everything? In both games, in both examples, I see these two options. I would minimize the menu points, the main menu points, so we don't have that challenges and friends and everywhere in the main menu, but maybe as side panel, and like in Valorant, they're doing that really, really good. So I would minimize those menu points down. Also, I would minimize the payable options into one option. So we have the game shop, the in-game shop, and from there we can go to the battle pass. That is just what I would have done in those two games. And in Overwatch 2, yes, as you can see, the minimize the challenge menu point. We now have 1 to 4 times as icon and as menu point. And the friend and social groups as side panel, as I said. And maybe it would also be great to show new players how to get to the AI controlled matches, because I think it's a really, really, really useful tool and really, really useful match system. In Valorant, we don't have that much. I would organize different. But I would implement these AI controlled agents. Yeah, I misspelled that. Controlled matches like in Overwatch 2. And some issues I faced myself as I was playtesting Valorant that were mostly the community issues. Underrepresented groups need much more support from Riot Games to actually enjoy this game, and they need really, really, really need a safe space. They also have a Twink account problem, which can lead to heavy toxicity in matches and to trolls in your matches. So this is a community issue, but I would get them to know that. So maybe Riot Games can change that in the future. Okay, how would a menu flow look like? I was just pin it down like to in the options of play, collection, shop, settings, and maybe above that in the footer region, the chat. And as an icon like Overwatch 2 did that, or really in the main menu as text, the escape menu, so the user knows where to find that. And yes, now I'm asking you, are you sure you want to close this, or what would you do as UI and UX designer for those two games?
Thank you, Katharina. So is it a rhetorical question?
Not like a rhetorical question, but it would be interesting to know what you guys think, what we could do as a UX designer to improve player experience in those two games.
That's a vast question that I don't think we can answer in just 1 minute right now. But maybe we can start a conversation in the Q&A and in the chat. That could be interesting. But sadly, I now have to move on to the next speaker.
Yes.
See how I avoided this difficult question. It takes years to get there. Yeah, we learn how to avoid difficult questions. But yeah, it's a very good question, and it's not easy, let's say that. But thank you so much, Katharina, for your talk. Let me stop the recording.